where 70,000 are rocking and ready to go in Philadelphia. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cleveland Browns and the Philadelphia Eagles. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Tavon Austin, he's going to go. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. He goes 102 yards from one end zone to the other as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. So how about that? You want to talk about coming into a hostile environment and just silencing the crowd. They just did it.
Couldn't be a better start. There's no way. All week long, they've talked about having this type of a start, but I think they looked at it from the offensive team's perspective. You know, get the opening kickoff. You guys control the ball. A lot of people are now going to say, okay, now your offense, will they be out of whack? No, not at all. They're going to be absolutely happy. They're relaxed. They took care of business for them. They don't have any pressure now. They can just go play.
On first down, Wentz. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at second down.
I think we'll see more than... trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Wentz. For the catch made by Hopkins. And he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. They wound up getting nothing out of that 2nd down completion, so now here's 3rd and 10. Throwing now is Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49. Mayfield down. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
First carry for Nick Chubb. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To throw, Mayfield. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. He'll buy some time right. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Hey, I'm 133. Pistol. Hey, Jew. 52. Mike 52.
Working out of the gun. Mayfield. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
We got this.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0 off the board. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. 5 yards on the pickup, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Wentz going to try and throw on 3rd. And Jeffrey's got it. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. It's a gain of 13 and a 1st down for Philadelphia. And he has now hit number 500. Charles, that is his 500th NFL career catch.
Definitely worthy of applause, but I remember when 500 meant you were going to the Hall of Fame. Nowadays, in today's football, 500 puts you on the path, a significant number.
Wentz on target there to Jeffrey. A gain of 6 there on 1st. We've seen quite a bit of a short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Trey 15.
On 2nd down now, it's Sanders. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 13 and a 1st down for Philadelphia.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
14 yards there and an Eagle 1st down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
74.
Throwing on 1st is Wentz. Eluding the pressure right. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
At the 21-yard line.
Go. Two jet. 120. Hey, Lou. Watch the screen.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wentz caught by the tight end Ertz. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They'll wind up with 7 on the dump-off, but it'll set up 3rd down.
3rd and 2.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2.
51, Mike 51. Coming, baby. I'm coming, baby. Woo!
Wentz now to throw. It's brought in by Jeffrey. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Sanders, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. How about this Browns defense they've held so far? This is now 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Sanders, and he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
A 2-yard gain.
So on comes the Eagle kicker, Jake Elliott, on 4th down. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14, Eagles nothing. Jake Elliott on for the field goal. 19.
And Elliott puts this one through. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nigel Bradham flying in and laying the lumber defensively.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
6 guys. Alert, 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 alert.
Mayfield to throw it. All going deep here for Taylor. And that one almost intercepted. Call it a 50-50 ball. It falls incomplete, and now 3rd down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Mayfield. Flush to his right. That's complete to Taywan Taylor. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
At their own 30-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score.
Switch.
Throwing on 2nd down. Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Wentz. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Wentz now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's first and 10.
What we got? What we got?
On first and 10, it's Sanders. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6.
We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here.
Here's Wentz to throw. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
On first and 10, here's Wentz. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Mayfield with a quick fire to Landry. Past the 20. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jarvis Landry, his second touchdown on the season. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Shotgun now for Wentz. And that's complete to Jeffrey. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. The Eagles on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Now Wentz. And he connects with Ertz. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
The throw by Wentz, caught by Jackson. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15. Wentz now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Wentz on the give to Sanders. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multi-tap.
Under pressure, and he will go down. sacked back at the 38. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Working from the gun, Wentz. And the pressure gets to him again. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. This was the old NFL record distance for decades, a 63-yard attempt. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. So make some room next to Tom Dempsey on the NFL's all-time field goal distance leaderboard. That's going to go down officially as a 63-yarder.
Let's not forget about David Akers, Jason Elam, and Sebastian Janikowski, too. So now Matt Prater at 64 has got a little bit of company up near the top spot. That was one heck of a kick right there.
The Browns drive about to get started. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get in position for at least 3 points.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
On 2nd and 10, Mayfield. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
They start on the ground here at Sanders. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. From the 25 on 2nd down, Wentz. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position. Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. David Njoku, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you got this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. To throw, it's Wentz. Steps away to his left. He'll run it. And he'll be out right at at the 35. Wentz can pull it down when he needs to, and the 6'5" quarterback picks up the first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw is Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
And now they face a 2nd and 6 after the penalty. Now Wentz. Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. A final shot before half for Wentz. He'll hit Jackson, complete. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, this is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Second half will start with a run by Sanders. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 17, Wentz. Ortez at left side. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
53 is the mic. 53 is the mic.
Now Wentz. And he'll hit Jeffrey, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the first down in the process.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Number 53, Mike 53. I don't even know why this team showed up.
On 1st down, it's Sanders. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 14 yards there and an Eagle 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets them back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down.
Jim. 36.
Throwing his Wentz. Ertz over the middle. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down.
No. Off.
They'll go for it. It's Wentz. Got his man. It's Arcega-Whiteside. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on fourth down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. And Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. Dallas Goedert, his second touchdown on the season. And the Eagles get a score closer.
Dallas Goedert. Touchdown, Eagles.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. Now, Wentz again. And that is caught. But the back judge right there to say incomplete.
The score, Browns 28, Eagles 12. Jake Elliott to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
King. Move. Hurry.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that's caught inside the 30. It's a big play there for the Browns. 56 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath, but nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
No. Check that.
First down, Mayfield. This is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Give him 22 yards, and that's also where they snapped it from, the 22. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. David Njoku, a beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Here we go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. They'll roll. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the third. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there is just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today. Check. Kill. Regular.
Here's Nick Chubb as they try to fire up this run game. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
You go tight. You got tight right there. Point it right. Run. Hey, alert 33. Hey, box truck. Hurry. I got it.
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. He'll let this go for the end zone. Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. David Njoku with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year, as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. On the NFL scoreboard, 3rd quarter now from Jacksonville. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the 4th quarter. From the 24, Wentz caught by the tight end Ertz. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 13 and a 1st down for Philadelphia.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Here we go, Pac-Man. 280!
Wentz now on 1st down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 47.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Malik Jackson there to make the stop.
Being strong up the middle is imperative. I don't care what your sport, but in football, when you've got a D tackle who can contribute not only to occupying bodies, but also making plays on the ball carrier, that's when you have the cornerstone of a solid run defense.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Mayfield, Nigel Bradham, the linebacker, right there on the coverage.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10.
Real. Hey! High 7! Hurry! He's mine! Hurry! Stop!
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland 1st down.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for them, too.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit. And that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions. Even when you're taking some hits, sometimes you have to be your own blitz control, for lack of a better term. Got to make completions, step up, and make those throws, and he did that.
They run again on first down, Chubb. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down. Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. His throw incomplete. He was trying to get it to his tight end, David Njoku, and it's 3rd down.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Mayfield looks to throw. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up 4th down. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, you know, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now Wentz. Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. And that's gonna be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
The Eagles indeed snap it. Wentz. There he goes, right side. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Play action. Now Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Another try after the first down sack. Wentz. It got his man complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 41-yard line.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position, everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end, selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner. With good timing, you get a completion, as we just saw there.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. Looking to throw again on second down. Wentz, and that's complete to Sanders. And he'll go down at the 28. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Wentz going to lead his guys up first and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Throwing now is Wentz. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Myles Garrett has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. They fake the give. Now Wentz. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Larry Ogunjobi in for the sack. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. Sunday.
Shotgun now for Wentz. And that is incomplete. Greedy Williams, the rookie out of LSU, there to knock it away. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Wentz to throw for it on 4th. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and this Browns defense stands tall. The Browns drive about to get started. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
A run for Nick Chubb. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. A Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10.
Get out the field, defense.
And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Cleveland, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Washington. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma